I'm Sandy Roberts. I'm Margaret Roberts' daughter and I run the Herbal Centre in De Wilt. This morning I'm putting together for you a beautiful recipe that's extremely simple that you can make at home. It's one of my favourite recipes because it comes from my great-grandmother from Scotland, and that is the shortbread recipe. You need only a very few ingredients, and I'm going to show you how very easy it is. We're going to measure everything properly, and by that I mean either you're going to use a little scale at home, or you're going to use cups, or you're going to use a tablespoon measure. But it is extremely simple, as I said. So let's start with the main ingredients, and that is your 250 mils or grams better in butter. And that is the real butter, not margarine, but real salted butter. To this, you are going to add that chilled into, I've done it in little blocks, into a bowl, and we are going to do this by hand. Then what you're going to add to is the sugars. Now let me give you a quick hint on how easy the sugars flavor. I always add my lavender straight away into my sugar. And the reason being is that if you do it this way, and you always pull the plant backwards, so I hold it up and I pull downwards, and that's how you get the lavender flowers off so very easily off the stalk. You can vary the flavor. I use about 6 stalks in one blend of sugar. My quantity of sugar is 100 grams. That is what it is there. To that I use a lemon, and I just pull down the zest, and it works out to being 1 teaspoon of zest. Once you've got the zest in to your blend of sugar, you'll actually see that those essential oils will come out straight away. I blend them in very easily. It doesn't matter if your butter goes into your sugar, because we're going to add this sugar to the butter blinks. So mix it so that you can get the zest and the lavender in very nicely, and that you're going to add in on top of your butter, and then mix it in extremely well. If your butter is nice and soft, this will not take more than a minute. Now, once you've finished adding in this, it becomes extremely fragrant. Once you've finished mixing this together, you will then add the 1 tablespoon, which I've prepared before for you. I've measured it out. You'll add your corn flour, and that's 1 tablespoon only, which is 15 mils, if you look on there, of corn flour. And here we add 1.5 cups, which is sifted, and this is plain cake flour, and you will add that into your mixture. And this you just mix until you have all the ingredients mixed extremely well together. It doesn't take long, and you're going to then make sure that the mixture comes away from the bowl. So my mixture now has come away from the sides of the bowl, and you can actually see that if I mix it more, then it will stick again, because the butter has now started warming. We're going to work quickly now, and what we're going to do is we're going to put cake flour down onto your surface, and we're going to roll the mixture out. It will be about 5 to 6 millimeters thick in thickness, and we're going to get in a small little cutter about 24, and in a big cutter approximately 12, and this is about 7 or 8 centimeters across. We're going to get 12, a dozen big biscuits. So measure your ingredients carefully, measure your size, and you'll be able to see how big is your bake. I have put already a pan ready that's been gently floured. You will need to measure the amount of biscuits you make according to what you can produce from your mixture that you've already put in together. I'm now going to put it onto the table, and this is how I mix it out and roll it so that we can get it to rest before we bake at 180 degrees. You'll see that the butter is melting very fast, and as we handle it, we will need to ensure that we work lightly and swiftly. This is a mixture that you can see is extremely easy to put out together. Should you like to make them into little drops and spread them with a fork, you can do that as well. I keep it nicely floured so that I can work very quickly, and I'm rolling it to that thickness. Now I'm going to quickly take the cookie cutter and I'm going to cut them out properly. I use a spatula to put them onto my baking tray because I actually find that the spatula is very easy to shift and shape the shapes from the cookie cutter if I've made an error. So you can keep your shapes very neat with a cookie cutter, round or heart shape, whatever you prefer, but by using your spatula to mold it into place.